Good morning, yogis and yoginis, back at home and here in the beautiful fit, Mystic Fitness studio. It's a Wednesday morning, a little nippy, but nonetheless beautiful. I recommend to go out and have some natural light. We need it now. What else? As usual, we keep it really safe here. We take temperatures, we use the masks, we social distance. So take that in consideration if you ever want to come back to us, to the studio. And if you are at home, as I said to my fellows here, modify and listen to your body. Now come to a comfortable position on your back, on the mat, and we'll start this practice. So there's nothing to do. Nothing. Close your eyes and breathe. And with every breath, make the intentional movement of the muscles go deeper. On your inhale, soften the belly and fill it up. And on your exhale, push those belly button a little bit more in so you can extract the air. Keep on breathing and deepening the breath through the belly. And at some point, shift your awareness to your rib cage as well. Open your chest. Feel the belly in and your chest. And then release. A few more of those intentional breaths to open up the torso, the chest, the belly, and the back. Let it go. And come to a more natural breathing. But keep that intention there. Bring your hands onto your belly and just feel that motion, that pattern that you can observe in nature, the extraction and contraction of everything. On your next inhale, shift your hands over your head and stretch the biggest stretch you can. And release. One more time with your inhale. Stretch as far as you can and release. Bring the hands back to the side of your body and plant your feet on the mat, bending the knees in a comfortable place. So not too close to the bum, technical term, or away from it. And start tucking the tailbone in and then untucking it. We're not going to bridge. We are just awakening the pelvis. So tuck and untuck a few times. Try to synchronize it with your breath. I'm not telling you inhale or exhale. You find it. A few more times of that, and then shift your hands again over your head. Keep on tucking and untucking the tailbone. Notice what is happening to the upper back. Notice what is happening to your cervical spine. And release the tailbone and bob your head from side to side on the floor, or just rotate it from hand to hand just to keep on engaging the neck. Excellent. Bring the hands back to the side of your body and drop both legs to the right. Then to the left. Flow in between those two with your breath again. And once in a while, if you want to, you can shift your hands over your head and bring them back with your breath and your legs. So that's up to you. Just another layer of movement. So every time I give you another layer of movement, you can do or not do it, and that serves as a modification. Next time the legs are on the right, bring your hands over your head and breathe. Try to lower that left knee to the ground. So intentionally open that left side. Then bring the right hand to hold the wrist of the left hand and pull that hand, yank it while pushing that knee down. And release, take it to the other side. So legs on the left, push first the right knee to the ground. And then grab hold of the right wrist with the left hand and yank it. Really yank it. Don't worry, nothing is going to happen here because the shoulder is there. And release. Bring the feet together and then come to your forearms anyhow you can. So your feet together and open your knees to the sides, right, and come to your forearms. Bring those feet up wherever it's comfortable to you. Close and open, close and open, close and open, and then leave them closed. Shift your waist and your legs to the right, to a hover, and then to the left. So we're moving up, right, in the twist. We started with the lower back. We're now mid-back. So keep on doing that and breathing. Please don't collapse into your shoulders. So push the shoulders away. Yes, Lisa. And keep on going. One more time to each side. And leave the legs. Plant the feet on the mat. Come all the way up. Drop the legs to the right, moving up with the twist to the upper back. Turn around. Yeah. Turn around. Place your hands over your thigh, your right thigh, wherever it's comfortable. You can be here. You can be here. All right? So lower back sets the twist, and then look to the right. So the cervical spine is there. Now breathe in, elongate the spine. Exhale, twist a little bit long. Better. And come back to center. Take it to the other side. So the intention of this pose is to go all the way up to the neck in the twist. So look to the left after you establish the lower back. Beautiful. Come back. Don't forget to breathe, you guys. Feet together again and walk forward a little bit. Now, you don't have to lie flat. This is the beginning. So just here, maybe on your forearms, maybe straight, maybe rounding your back. This is your choice. Bodies are so different. Feel free to do what's good to you. And at any time you feel pain, like a sharp pain, come out of it. If you just feel a sweet pain of stretching, stay there and breathe. And come all the way up and meet me in table anyhow you get there. So in table we have wrists under our shoulders and knees under our hips. We're going to shift over our wrists forward, testing the waters. The same time, engage the fingers into the mat. So you don't want all of it on the root of your wrists. And shift back, tuck your toes under, come up, stretch the feet. You can tap, tap, tap the feet. And in the meantime, circle your wrists. I always say it, never ever start yoga without warming the wrists. I know that the hard way. Maybe shake, 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 like Carrie's doing here. That's wonderful. And chicken hands. Hands on the shoulders, back and forward. Circle the shoulders and maybe even 1-1, like swimming, and then back. Whatever it is, I'm trying to get you away from the fact that we're stretching the feet. Stalling time here. And come back to table. Shift forward. This time, walk the hands a little bit forward, just a tiny bit, and drop the hips forward. Again, always remember the shoulders are game. Never collapse in. Always push away. Push away. Yes. Come back to child's pose. Rotate the head from hand to hand, or just twist it on your forehead, whatever is comfortable to you here. Then tent the fingers as if you have an orange under the palm of your hand, and open your upper back. And when I say open your upper back, I mean shoulder blades are like wings. So you're opening your wings here. You're spreading them. And come back up to table. A little bit of hip circles here. So some people like to open the knees to better circle the hips. Some people don't. And this is the time where you explore. So do what you want. Maybe coming all the way up again, almost to upward dog. Or maybe just going from side to side. That's an option. You do you. I'm just facilitating the space for you. And at some point, switch directions and go deeper. Maybe even into cats and cows while doing it. And may I remind you the breath. Ah. So if you haven't yet, some cats and cows here, tucking the tailbone in as we did in the warm-up for cat, untucking it in cow, and then pushing the shoulders back. And at some point, indeed, come to stillness. Look down to your mat, but keep the neck straight. Tuck your toes under and lift your knees to a hover. Don't forget pushing with the hands into the mat and with your feet. So you're pushing. That will engage your glutes. Push those toes into the mat. Obviously, the core is working, but you want more layers of movement. And release. Untuck your toes, give them a little bit of a tap, tap, tap. And once again, tuck your toes under and push up. Now, intentionally push those toes into the mat, activating the thighs and the glutes. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm trembling. And release back. Untuck your toes. Tap, tap, tap. Last time, because I like everything in threes. A little bit of OCD there. And lift those knees up. Breathe. Engage those toes into the mat. Breathe. Lift the left foot. Lower. Lift the right foot. Lower down. Left. Down. Right. Down. Left. Down. Right. Down. Left. Down. Right. Down and release the knees. Untuck your toes. Come to child's pose. Breathe in and out. Every time we stop, reset the breath. Lower your heart rate. Talk to it. It will listen. Come back to the yoga. And push back up to table. Tuck your toes under. Push those hips up and then back to downward dog. Now leave your knees bent. And push the mat away so much so that your head gets in between your hands naturally. If you need a visual, look at me. I'm not here, okay? This is not downward dog. This is not downward dog, people. This is my head in between my hands, pushing the hips up and back. Perfect. Walk the dog. So pedal the heels, straightening the knees. One at a time. Keep pushing that mat. Keep pushing those hips up. Breathe. Release the head. Say yes and no while paddling. Why not two? The price of one, right? And then at some point, come to stillness. Breathe in and out, maybe lowering the heels and straightening the legs, maybe not. Remember, the intention is to open the back. Bend the knees plenty, everybody. Look forward and walk to meet your hands. Feet hip distance apart. If you don't know what that is, it's two fists in between your feet. And then bend the knees and drop yourself onto them. So your head is completely lifeless. Big breath in. Let go. Maybe sighing it out. Hands are completely hanging. And make yourself heavy. So let gravity pull your head down even more. Inversions are so good for us. And we don't have to go on our hands or heads in order to have the benefits of that pose. This is sufficient. Just take the time to breathe here and feel comfortable. And on your next inhale, bring your hands to your thighs and push yourself up. But first, tucking the tailbone in, pushing those hips forward. Then the spine is going to align on its own. Roll those shoulders back. Open your hands to the future. Tuck your chin a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. Engage glutes. Now, I want you to look at me. You can see people in the mirror, people in the house. I hope you can see. Look at the difference. This is just standing. This is glutes. Mm? That's where you want to be. It engages the core automatically. Then roll the shoulders back, tuck the chin in just a tiny bit. This is Tadasana, you guys. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands to the sky. Look up. Bring down energy to your heart. Exhale. One more time because it felt so yumptious. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands to the sky. Bring that down. Beautiful. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands to the sky. This time bowing and coming all the way down, hinging from the hips, pushing the hips back, not the knees forward. Inhale, halfway lift, like that neutral back in table. Engage the core and stay here. Keep breathing, micro bend the knees. You can stay here engaging the core, or add the hands over your head and then push your way to your heels back, lifting the toes, engaging the core. Push back, bending the knees a little bit, and release down. Inhale, bring the hands to the mat. Exhale, push the legs to plank. Every time I say plank, you can lower your knees. So wrists under your shoulders, shoulders width. Breathe in, engage those glutes. Remember in standing what the difference is? So the difference is even more if you do it here in plank. Tuck those glutes in and the core. Then push the mat away. Open the wings again, those shoulder blades. Look down. Inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, push forward with your toes. Then halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward dog. My thighs are floating. Exhale, tuck your toes under, push to downward dog. Walk the dog. This is a great time if you need to drink water or to come down to your knees and circle your wrists and breathe. I hope you guys at home are doing what you need to stay with us. I have a bunch of warriors here. Nobody's drinking water or coming down, so I better keep up. So come to stillness in downward dog. Open that back by rolling the shoulders down. Engage the core. Bend your knees plenty. Look forward, hop or walk to meet your hands. Now in this forward fold, I'm gonna keep a micro bend in my knees, but I'm straightening them. Bring your hands behind your legs. They can be behind your thighs. You don't have to be the whole way down. Or lower if you're a bendy type. Now on your inhale, push those hips up. On your exhale, pull with your hands. Release the head down. A little bit of a challenge here. And release. Come all the way up. Inhale. Hands up. Exhale to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, bow all the way down, hinging from the hips, pushing them back. Releasing your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Engage the core as before. Exhale, hands to the mat. Maybe jump to plank. Beautiful. Stay in plank or lower your knees. Engage everything you have here. Engage your core. Push the mat away. My upper back is rounded. I'm looking to the top of my mat, and my glutes are so squished. You can maybe, just maybe, put a nail into the wall with it. What? No laughing? That was my best joke. Chaturanga Dandasana, halfway down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Downward dog. Walk the dog. Whew. Yes, baby. Now, if you want here, I love to shift my heels to one side and then bend the knees, bringing the bum to the floor, and then doing it on the other side. So I'm kind of stretching the side of my body as well. Just a suggestion. And as usual, at some point, meet me in downward dog in stillness. Take 2 breaths here. Say yes and no with your head, making sure it's completely loose. And then take 2 breaths to make your mind completely loose. Whew. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up. Doesn't have to be high because you want to keep those hips square to the ground. Bend the leg to your chest and then lift the back leg, push forward. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot and step it in between your hands. So transition is a pose. That's why I do it. You hold strong, you get strong. Open the feet a little bit and then bring the left hand either on a block or tented, fingers tented, next to the right foot. Then open the right hand to the sky, twisting to the right. Make sure you're not collapsing into the left hand, because now we're gonna breathe in and come all the way up in a twist. Yeah. Whew. Inhale, exhale, keep the core engaged. Then come to center, high lunge. So now, the legs are in the same position, but my body shifted forward. Whew. Bring the hands down, push the right leg to plank. Coming down to the mat on the count of 6. So tuck elbows in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the mat. Untuck your toes. Maybe move your hips from side to side. Maybe breathe. Reset your breath again. That was not easy. Leave the hands next to your body. Open your feet a little bit and engage the shoelace side of your feet into the mat. Again, glutes. Every time we go to a back bend, we engage glutes. Hands next to your body. Inhale. On your exhale, come up to baby cobra. Then look down, extending that neck. 1 more breath. And release. Move your hips. So you know about me that I like everything in 3s. And if you don't, now you do. So 2 more. You can stay in baby cobra or go deeper, okay? Inhale, activate the legs. Exhale, push up. This time, maybe bringing the hands to the back. Look down. Breathe. Push those shoulders back. And release. Woo! Breathe. Maybe windshield the legs. Nobody cares what you do in between, as long as you are present. And you become present by breathing and diving into the asanas, but letting the mind control it. Third one. Engage the legs, inhale. Exhale, bring the chest up. Bring the legs up and look down. So when you look down, you can roll the shoulders back a little bit more. That's what I want. One more breath. Go higher and release. Push to table. Push to child's and breathe. Woo! I need a break. So you guys, back bends are the best to elevate your heart rate without injuring your joints. I so much recommend it. All right? So push back to table. Remember, we still have the other side. Ha ha ha. And don't worry if you're drinking or doing something, I'll wait for you. And push back up to downward dog. Walk the dog. Engage the breath again. And when you come to stillness, come back to the yoga. Release your head. Make it a mindful practice, not just the movements. And on your next inhale, lift the left leg up. Keep those hips square. Bend the leg to the chest. Lift the back heel, push forward for 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot and step it in. Adjust so you know where we're going. Bring the right hand next to the left foot. Maybe on a block, maybe tent the fingers. Open the left hand to the sky and make sure you're not collapsing. The way you know that is, if you want to, just lift the right hand. See if you're not moving. If you're not, you're good to go. And then inhale, exhale, come up using your core. Don't change the legs positions. Roll those shoulders down. Breathe. Back leg strong. Inhale, come to that hover. So nothing changed in my legs, just the upper body. One more breath here. And then lower your hands. Push the left leg to plank. Whew. So now you have the option. Either do a 5 chaturanga push-ups, which are halfway down, or go ahead and meet me in downward dog whenever you're ready. Maybe stopping in child pose. So 5, push up. 4, push up. 3, push up. 2, push up. 1, hold it. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Walk the dog. Whew. Options to come to child pose or table. Breathe. Come back to the yoga. And come to stillness in downward dog. Open that back. Release the head. Big breath in. And let it go. Yeah, that was funny. I love it. And on your next inhale, right leg goes up. This time, bend it a little bit. Open the hip a little bit before coming to the step forward. So you can rotate the hip, the leg, I mean, inside the hip, or just leave it open. Some people might wanna flip the dog. Wherever you are, breathe. And then come back slowly, you guys, to 3-legged dog. I will wait. Perfect. And then step the leg forward by lifting the back heel and shifting forward. On your way up, open to warrior two. Whew. So the front foot has to come to a T with the back. That's the right position. The hips push forward, tucking the tailbone in. Hands open, shoulders stacked over your hips, but roll down. Then head to the front. That's where you want to be. Knee stacked over the heel. And we're going to do some pumps, all right? So down and up, very slightly. Down and up. Down and up. 4, 5, very small. 6, control it. 7, engage the glutes. 8, up. 9, and 10. Reverse the front hand. Reverse the warrior. Hand, the left hand can do whatever. Mine is around the back. Word of advice, keep drilling the feet into the mat and opening the elbow back. And come back to warrior two. Take it to side angle. Forearm on the front thigh. Open the left hand to the sky. Option here to go to a bonding. So right hand comes lower under your thigh, left hand behind you, and then open the chest to the sky. And release everything. Come back to warrior two. Bring the right leg, or foot rather, to be parallel to the left. A little bit of movement in the pelvis, back and forth, if it's not painful. I know. And open your hands to a T. Remember that engagement? I'm going to face you. I don't care about you. No, I'm just kidding. Remember the engagement here with pushing back that we were in halfway lift? That's where you want to go down. So open, push hips back. Come to halfway down, then shift onto your heels, lift the toes, and then come down. Now your hands can be in the center or holding your heels. Release the head. And you take your time coming down, like Mary Ellen here. Beautiful. And the same thing we did. When you inhale, you shift those hips up. When you exhale, you push down, maybe bringing the head to the floor. Just for a tiny bit of stress. And then release. Beautiful. Come all the way up. Micro bend in the knees and engaging the core. Come back to warrior two. Front leg, the right leg. And now, let's dance, okay? So, comb your hair with the right hand. Comb your hair with the left. Comb your hair with the right. And comb your hair to the left. And now bend over as if reversing the warrior and cartwheel the back hand and back leg to meet the front, but do it in a dance. Beautiful! Next time, Bollywood music, okay? All right, inhale, circle sweep the hands to the sky. Stay here, engage glutes, drop the head, a little bit of a back bend, just a tiny bit. And come down to a forward fold with your breath. Sorry. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, maybe jumping to plank. Whew. So, again, if this is not in your practice, lower the knees, or modify. I'm going to modify it and tell you how. But this time, bring the feet together, bring the left hand to the center, rotate those heels to the left, and open the right hand to side plank. Push those hips up. If this is too much, look at Mary Ellen there. Lower your left leg, bend it. If you need more, you can bring knee to elbow. And then back to side angle and back to plank. Beautiful. Engage and breathe. Now the right hand in the center. Rotate those heels to the back, to the right, and come to side plank on the left. Again, this is enough, or bend the right leg. You want more, knee to elbow, but push those hips up. And release to plank. And this time, Chaturanga Dandasana on you. So down, upward dog, and downward dog. Walk the dog. Maybe drink, maybe like me, you need to make the sweat away from my eyes, you guys. All right. Next inhale. Lift the left leg up. Bend it and open the hip. Now pay attention to your hands. So the same weight on both hands. Maybe circle the leg a few times to each direction. Or maybe flip the dog. It's up to you. Breathe. And come back slowly, the slowest you can, to three-legged dog. And then lift the back heel and step the leg in between your hands, coming up to warrior two on the other side. So take a moment. I'm switching sides for the camera. And take a minute to tuck the tailbone in, engage the glutes. I'm not going to repeat the joke. It wasn't good, obviously. I'll remember that. Pay attention to your knee. Don't let it sway, okay? And then flip, reverse the warrior. We'll do the pumping in a minute. And come back to warrior two. And now 10 pumps down. So very slow. Don't go over your toes. All right? So 1, 2, 3. Keep those glutes. 4. Push the hips forward. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come up. Reverse the warrior. And now we're staying here for 2 breaths. Open the chest by pushing that elbow back. Engage the feet. Breathe. Come back to warrior two. Lower those shoulders and come to side angle. Option to bond. So if you are bonding, lower your body, bring the left hand behind or under your thigh, and your right hand behind. Now, once you have the hands together, open the chest and look up. Breathe. Engage the core, engage the glutes. Everything is working here. I'm working like crazy. And release. Come back to side angle. Come back to warrior two. Take a breath. And left foot parallel to the right. And again, A little bit of reset time here. I'm going to have a drink of water. If you don't need to drink, you're not human. No, I'm just kidding. If you don't need to drink, then just keep on moving. It's your practice, right? So move your hips, maybe bending the knees a little bit. Whatever it takes to lower the heart rate and to come back to the yoga and to the breath. And now bring those heels in. Set up for goddess. Good. Stay here. Just breathe. Maybe coming to a mudra. Maybe lotus. So pinky and thumb together at heart center. Whatever it is, make it a stable stand. Now bring the forearms to the side of your body and then open your chest even more. Yes. On your inhale, come up. Straighten limbs. Exhale, come back. Lower than before. Up. Exhale, down. Push those hips forward. Push those shoulders back. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Up. And down. Now, let's do this even slower and deeper, all right? Inhale, slow. Up. Feel those muscles crying for help, so breathe. Exhale down slowly. Option to open your hands and circle them. Go down, 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 and up slowly. One more time. This is the last time, I promise. And down. Okay. Now bring your hands over your head. Shift the head from side to side, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And now, if you can, circle the head around. One direction and the other. And come on up. Woo! Bring the feet to be parallel again. Take a minute to readjust the hips. They worked really hard. We stabilized the hip socket here, all right? So all the muscles around it were working. You really want that. Okay, and then come back to warrior two, right? Remember combing the hair? So right hand first, comb your hair, and then the left, the right, the left. And now, cartwheel back leg and back hand to meet the front in a dance move. Excellent. Inhale and exhale, engage glutes. Tadasana pose. Come back to the yoga, you guys. Maybe close your eyes and set yourself like a missile to the future. You can do anything. On your next inhale, release and circle sweep the hands to the sky. A little bit of a back bend, and as usual, engage the glutes. Come back to standing, hands in heart center. Sit down to chair. So I'm pushing my hips back, all right? That's the motion. Pushing back, not knees forward. And when I'm stable and happy, I rise up. Shoulders back. Tuck your tailbone in just a tick. Beautiful, Lisa. I just saw that. Beautiful adjustment. One more breath here. If you want another layer of movement, push hands towards each other. Engage those arms. Become the one with the yoga arms. And release to a forward fold. cha-cha-cha. So bend the knees, and here you can hold your shins, you can hold your thighs and cha-cha-cha, or the floor. Any place you hold is enough, because you are enough, and there's no other like you. And now toe heel the feet, sorry, not the hips, to the width of the mat, and bring the heels in, okay, like a Charlie Chaplin stand. And then bend the knees the same direction as the toes, and bring the bum bum back and down. Now, keep on in that, keep on being in that yogi squat. I'm going to explain something to everybody, and I'll take the time while you are here because I want you to be here. Maybe your heels are up, that's fine. Maybe not, that's fine too. If you don't feel comfortable coming to this like so, come to table, tuck your toes under, walk the hands back, lift the knees, open your knees, heels are in the air, voila. Okay? So it's up to you. And yes, I know, we're in squat. Now, ankle mobility. Shift from one side to the other without lifting the heels if your heels are on the ground. Beautiful. If you don't have healthy knees, don't do the next, okay? Stay here or squatting or meet me in downward dog, in child's pose, okay? So bring your hands up. Engage the spine. It's up. Left knee to the front. Lift your heel and touch the front. Bring it back. Lift the heel. Left knee touch the front and back. 2 more times. 1. 2. And that's it, you guys. Release the hands to the mat. Bring those knees forward. And meet me in child's pose. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. So I want to take the time to thank you again for coming. People at home and the people here. I always find it amazing that people commit to the practice. It's not for granted. You should be proud of yourselves. And it's not a corny thing to say. It's true. Relax your nervous system. Keep on breathing and pay attention to this breath. How restricted. I urge you to breathe to the back, to the lower back, to the kidneys, so to speak. And then releasing. If your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. And at some point, push your way back up to downward dog, or come to pigeon on your right side from table. I'm going to cue both. So if you are in table, you just bring your right leg forward in between your hands, okay? If you are in downward dog, inhale, lift the right leg up, bend it, and then push the knee, not the foot, in between your hands, lowering that bum bum to the ground. If your right side bum bum does not meet the ground, put a block under. People at home, maybe a pillow, sweatshirt, whatever you have. And if you have none, maybe consider bending the back leg to mermaid and then coming down. Just options here. And if you are here, square those hips, engage the glutes, And then come all the way down, releasing everything, including the glutes. Now, no judgment here, you guys. Maybe you are here on your forearms. Maybe you are taking pigeon on your back. So you lie on your back, right leg on top of your left, and you push that constellation of legs to your chest. Keep the foot flexed, and then you can open with your hand. You can open the right leg a little bit, push it out. Your choice, you guys. We're going to be here for a few breaths. So take the time to pace yourself in releasing all the little objections you find in your muscles. And usually, muscles object when they are asked to do something they never did before, hence elongating a little bit more than usual. And I go back to what I said at the beginning. If it's a sweet pain, keep breathing. If something feels wrong, come out of it. And let go of your shoulders. Let go of the back leg. Do whatever it takes to release the hips. A few more breaths here. You can maybe bring the right hand behind you, like we did in Reverse the Warrior. Just another layer of engagement. No need to do it, just a suggestion. And on your next inhale, start making your way out of whatever you are in. And please remember, the slower, the better. Respect the transition. And once you're up here, no matter what kind of pigeon you did, come to sitting up on your bum bum and feet together. So if you were in pigeon, it's really easy. It's an elegant transition. If not, oh well, what can I say? You're not elegant, as I am. No, I'm just kidding. It's not supposed to be elegant. Come forward. This time, push as far as you can in the boundaries of that sweet, sweet spot. Word of the advice, if you want to come lower, don't round your upper back. Straighten up and then move from the hips. Push those hips forward. Then bring the hands forward and push back. Push in. Because if you round, you are untucking the tailbone. That will not open the inside of your thighs to open up to more. All right? You have to teach your body. Straighten the upper back and push down. All right? And come all the way up again, very slowly so. And push to table. Tuck your toes under and downward dog. Again, setting up pigeon on your left leg. So people, wherever you're going, go slow with your breath. If you're with me, left leg goes up. Bend in between your hands, the knee, and sit up. Then take your time to adjust. Yes, move, 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 move. Life is full of small movements. When you feel everything is good, then start your descent. If you're on your back, maybe open that left leg to the left side using a block or your hand. Maybe interlace your fingers on the shin and pull them in to your chest. In any case, we're going to be here for a few breaths, so brace yourselves and pace yourselves. I noticed that when I come to it, my left leg doesn't want to let go. It wants to hold me up, pushes the mat. I got you. And I have to intentionally tell it, relax, undo that pushing, and just melt. And then I have to remind my shoulders to be soft and my back leg to be inactive. And I'm not kidding. The hardest part for me was always Shavasana, not to move. Maybe bring the left hand behind your back like we did in Reverse the Warrior, just another layer of movement to try something new. And we're gonna come out of it slowly, slowly, helping ourselves with our hands or feet or back. And again, push that bum bum back. I'm going to switch my direction, people at home, in a minute. And bring the feet together. Okay? This time, bringing the right hand to the left knee or left thigh, whatever is available to you. So it's a crisscross. Left hand behind me. Straighten the spine and then twist. If you want another layer of movement, keep those feet together, glued, and push them together so your glutes are super active here. And release. Breathe. Take it to the other side. Hand on the knee or on the thigh. It's a ratio thing, okay? So there's no good or bad. Elongate the spine, back hand helping you. And then twist, if you want another layer of movement, bring those feet together, glue them and push them one towards each other. So you have a little bit of a trembling in your glutes and thighs. And release. Stretch those legs forward. And maybe grab hold of your feet, of your shins. And again, this time around, round your back anyhow you want. You can round your back, you can keep it straight, but flex the feet. This is how you stretch the back of your leg, okay? So you can be here, you can be here. All good as long as you are stretching the back legs. If you are very bendy, like Corina here, you can lift your hands behind you after interlacing them on your sacrum. And just keep stretching them. One more breath here. Come out of it, but stay in the same position, holding the feet or the legs. Bend one leg and then the other. So we're cha-cha-chaing on the mat. Incorporate the side of your body by bending the elbow. Now, if you're here, you do this, okay? So important, so important. After a linear stretch, bring some asymmetrical stretch, okay? And whenever you're ready, on the count of 6, because I love the number 6, come down to the mat. 6. You can bend your legs. That was a good modification. So you can bend your legs or keep them straight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Absolutely magnificent. You guys at home, you have no clue. I'm like running after my students today. You guys are phenomenal. Take a breath. And we're almost there. And when I mean there, I mean Shavasana. Afterwards, we have the whole day, right? But here in this sanctuary, all you got to think about is Shavasana. So bring the left leg to your chest, bend it, interlace the fingers on your shin, and then pull the leg in. Pull it in and then away from the rib cage. Now, the only thing that is active are the hands. Both legs are just like there. Pull in a little bit and keep breathing. Release the shoulders. If you want a little bit more, grab hold of your big toe and open the leg to the side. To the right side, yeah? The right leg to the right side. And then checklist. Again, release the leg, the left leg. Release the shoulders. And bring it back in. Bend to the chest. Take the left hand on the knee and bring it to a twist to the left. Some people like to move the waist a little bit back. That's an option and a modification. Or put something under your knee. If you don't have anything, put your hand. Hold it. And again, it doesn't matter where you are. I don't get to the floor, by the way. But I am convincing my body to relax. So next time, I'll be lower. If you keep on tensing the muscle by pushing it too hard, it's not learning anything. Just with kids, all about love. And bring the leg back to your chest. Extend and bend a few times, maybe grabbing hold of your foot. It's up to you, you guys. Either hand, by the way. When you feel it's done, switch legs. Right leg to your chest. Interlace fingers on your shin. Pull it in. And then away from your rib cage. You might feel a little pinch in the lower back. That's fine. I keep my leg in flex because I have a back injury. I won't explain why at the moment, but it helps me. Keep on breathing and pulling that leg in, but releasing the straight leg and the shoulders. It's a game with your brain. And bring it back to center. Grab the right hand on the left knee and come to a twist on the right side. So again, make the small adjustments you need. And I didn't mention on the other pose, you can open the leg. I hope you did if you did it on the first side. ah. Just breathe. Most important, relax the shoulders here. Come back to center slowly and with intentional breath. And extend and bend the leg a few times. Maybe holding the foot with whatever hand or both. Just stretch it. And when you are ready and feel the urge to lie down and come to Shavasana, do so. If you feel like you need, for example, happy baby here, please take the time to listen to your body for a final pose. Maybe waterfall, if you don't know what that is just lifting the legs, bringing them to that place of balance, just like you're stacking rocks in a river. Some people enjoy bridge. In any case, at some point, lower your legs. You have time, don't worry. Lower your legs to Shavasana and take your time, you guys. I'm just setting the mood. Come back to the breath wherever you are. Come back to that soft belly. You just proved to yourself you're strong. So allow yourself to be soft as well. A little bit of a stretch to the soul, to the heart, to the mind as well. Breathe in and out. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Take a big breath, everybody, and let it go. One more time. A big breath in. And let it go. And whenever you're ready, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. I love stick pose here, so I love to stretch as if I had a beautiful night's sleep, but you do you. And at some point, push yourself to one side. This is where I give thanks to life, because this is the first pose, the first asana. And then come back up to a seated position and take your time, you guys. I will wait for you, or stay on your backs. And either here or on your back or on your head, who knows. Bring your hands to a comfortable position, either on your thighs, heart center. And we're going to finish the practice with the sound of Om. So first a cleansing breath. Inhale. Let it go. And then Om. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you for coming.